Okay, I have some weird stuff. Sometimes I have stuff and I don't have anybody to talk to except for my future friends. So I have to turn to you and talk about it. So I went today with my friend to town, and we were talking some about stuff. She was telling me about some of these things and some of the news that's coming out, and we're talking some about that. But the whole thing is she's not the only one. I know a lot of people like this, but they're so Debbie Downer. Like, oh, that's all they can see is horribleness. They don't see any good future. They don't see anything positive. Everything is horrible. She even said probably the people getting these, since they're all gonna if some reports come out that within 3 years that they'll all be, I hope not. I'm not saying that's what I want. I do not want that at all. But so she said, well, maybe we should get it because the people that are left, we're going to just be tortured. We're going to all be sent to in trap, can't, what are those things called? In cramp. Oh man, what is that word? Well, the thing. So if we all get sent to those and we all get tortured to death, she said it'd be better just to go ahead and take the easy way out. Just take this thing. It's like, oh man, that's pretty dark. That's pretty, feeling so hopeless and desperate. But man, I'm so, it's crazy how many people are just hopeless. Like, do you not see anything positive? And it's so weird, is that's all I can see. I can't see what these people are telling me. And I noticed today when I was talking to her, I've noticed that something with my tongue is doing it. I don't know what it is. Maybe my tongue is atrophying. Pretty soon I won't be able to talk good. Who knows? Things just go how they go. Go with the flow. That's what I say. Go with the flow. It's a lot easier in life if you're not fighting the current. But so all these people, all they can see is just this horrible ending to things. And I see the pendulum swinging back, the boomerang coming back, the big switch. That's what I see. I can't see anything else. So when they're talking about it, and they're fucking sure of it. Like, yesterday I went and saw somebody else, and they are trying to put a group together to, when the shit goes down, to go out into the woods, into the mountains, and try and survive. Yeah, she got a bone, so that's the noise. And I can't see those futures that they see. They're just so dark. I don't see it at all. I see it, everything switching totally. I see humans becoming a lot more independent off of these constructs and going out and finding themselves and stuff. So yeah, I don't see at all the future that they see. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, am I just like the only person that doesn't just see, dreariness, the end of the world, I mean, I still don't know what is the deal with this split reality. I think there's going to be, something's going to happen and everybody's going to have to pay attention, and everyone's going to start seeing. I think people have to see the truth. I think that's how we move on. And I think something's going to happen to show it. So, I don't know, we'll see. But, man. And people don't realize, too, like these same people, they don't realize that they're putting that negative energy out there. Like, would you want to be responsible for creating that? Because when you're focused on it, and that's all you can see, that's what you're manifesting. We just got to hope that there's enough of us that are trying to manifest the good. because that's I can't see this dark world. I mean, I don't believe at all that I was born for whatever it is that they, see. So who knows if the world's going to split and this group of people are going to go into that dark world, and that's why they see it so clearly. I don't see it at all. So we'll see. Oh, and last night, I finished watching Truman for the 4th time. And that fucking Ed Harris, when he sits there and says, yeah, that people will, what was it? People will, whatever you make their life, they will adapt to it. They will think that that's their real life if that's what you show them. And that's what is going on. All these people think that this is their real life because it's all been this manufactured world. And I mean, that was so true. And then he said another thing that was really, there was so many things. That one part when his friend is, saying that he would never lie to him and stuff. That's so fucked. That was really fucked. This poor guy, he's just trying to understand what's going on, and he's noticing things are out of sync and things are wacky, and, and then people just keep lying to him. But, that's the world that we're living in currently. So, another weird thing. Okay, so, I was telling her about that weird creature that was outside, that I saw the other day. And, it wasn't flapping his wings or anything like that. And, another thing, when a bird of prey comes, and it's usually at the very top of the trees when that happens, and the other birds go crazy. They'll be like, dive bombing the hawk and stuff like that. They're just going crazy out there. It's a big ruckus. And because those other birds will come and try and steal what's in the nest, I don't know, steal their babies or eggs or whatever. And so it's very dramatic. And when this thing was going, there was nothing. There was no drama, nothing. And when I told my friend, she's like, well, I bet you it was a drone. It definitely sounded organic. I mean, it sounded like an animal. It did not sound at all like a machine whirring or anything like that. Like, whoo, wasn't like that. And it wasn't like, I mean, it was loud. And, so a little while ago, I was changing these light bulbs that are above me right here. And, so it's right above me. There's a chandelier because I have this kitchen table here. And so there's a chandelier right above. And, I was just changing the light bulbs and there was this thing in it. So I pulled it out and, it was a little decayed, bat. I thought it was a mouse, but it was a bat. I don't even know how the fuck it got in my house. It flew in, I guess, without me noticing, and landed right above my head. And, I don't know, stayed in there until it got burned up by the light. And so when I was telling my mom about that, because I thought it was a little mouse at first, when I was looking, I was sending pictures. And she's like, that's a bat, that's not a mouse. And I was like, no, there's no wings. And so then I went and I was looking and it was like, it is, there's wings and they're all crumpled. And she goes, do you have those giant bats out there? And I was like, I don't know. But that other day, that is more what I would have, where was I when I saw those giant fruit bats? It was at some zoo or some habitat place. I don't know. Some place. It seems like it was in another country or something. But we went to this place and it had these giant bats, these giant fruit bats. Huge. They're fucking huge. I wonder, maybe it was in Mexico. Maybe it was in New Mexico. I don't remember. It was a long, long time ago. They were really big, like really cool how they walk around. They kind of walk around like penguins a little bit, but super cool. And that is more what it kind of seemed like. and kind of more like when it moved because it had its wings out and it was shaped like a bat. But it was fucking huge. If that is a bat out there, then the bat's body would have to be, you know, like that tall. Like it definitely was down to where, you know, right under my breastbone, I would say. Like that thing was fucking huge. And then these giant wings. And I don't know. There's weird shit in the forest. I'll tell you that for sure. That is no doubt about that. I can't even stand to watch those movies like Wendigos and Skinwalkers and shit. That stuff is real. There was something else I wanted to say. I can't remember. Today has been so hectic. I just keep getting messages, like all these messages just coming and coming and coming and coming. And some of this stuff, I don't know. I think there's about to be some big changes in my own personal life. So, but I'll always have time for you. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I really have that much to talk about. I was doing some planting. Tomorrow I'm going to go outside and do some planting. I'm going to do all these whole herb garden thing and then all these flowers. And yesterday when I went to talk to the one lady, the shaman lady, you know, I've talked about her before. She's the one who wants to go up in the woods and take the people. And she was telling me, you know, how to hide food on my property and that we should all be doing that. Just in case you want to know, if you want to know how to do it. So you get those big gallon bucket things, you know, like you can get them at Lowe's or Home Depot. You can get them at, she was going to get a bunch of those bread place that comes with the dough or something. Anyways, you know, those, and you can seal them. Like big paint ones too, those big old ones with those giant lids. And then you have to dig a hole, put your food in it, and then bury it. And you can keep it in there for 2 years if you need to hide your food. But you know, like, if that's what the world became, how long could you fucking live off of that thing of food? I mean, that just seems completely nutty to me. I cannot see things going this way at all. I think there's going to be a big shift and things are going to get so much better. And I think there's going to be so much healing that people, there's just so much stuff that people haven't dealt with in this, you know, artificial world. They haven't been taught to deal with stuff. They've been taught to put it on a, you know, put it on a shelf. Go get some pills. There's freaking antidepressants. There's anti-anxiety. Get a bottle of wine. Drink some whiskey. You know, all that stuff that they've, you know, created. All these unhealthy coping skills for people. And people haven't dealt with their shit. You know, there's so many people who are dealing with so much shit. But that's going to continue. Because this is going to be, like, you're going to have to overcome some shit to get through to the next side. You know? And that part is true. Like, there will be some personal traumas that people are going to have to get over. Just like all these people who are, you know, down in these lower chakras, who are on an autopilot. They're not, you know, they're not living as their true selves. And they don't know that. That's what's so weird. So weird. How unaware so many people are. They're so accepting and so compliant to whatever life is given to them. They don't have to do anything to make it the way they want it. They're just willing to accept it. And then they, you know, they want us all to. The people who are the most compliant think that they're doing the best job. They're the, you know, they're the good people. The good people are supporting the bad people. And they don't even know. Because this is about freedom. It's not about, here, do what we say. And then you're a good person. No. Don't fucking tell me what to do. Man. I swear to God, I think that happens naturally when you're like about 12, 14 years old. Where it's like, don't tell me what to do. I'll hold it aside for myself. But then the, you know, the government, the controllers, the corporate industrial complex of the world wants to step in and tell us what to do. Wear these. The person who I went today, who's like, I told you, very dark, very dreary future. But one of her kids did get pneumonia and is being treated for that right now from this thing. And, there's gonna be so much more of that. It's just so mind-boggling how people are just that compliant to whatever. They don't even question, like, well, if I put this on it, how am I supposed to breathe? Well, is that really how germs work? Is that real? I mean, it's like, oh my God, you guys, look into shit, man. Don't trust what they tell you. Trust yourself. So crazy. But, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to get super sick from that. Super sick from these, super sick from these. Super sick from just not dealing with their bullshit. There's going to be just a lot of stuff going. But for those of us who do want a good future and who do deal with our shit and who are trying to be of a higher vibration, higher mindset, live in that kind of higher consciousness, things are going to get so much better, and all we can do is lead by example and show people, what's possible, because there's going to be people who can't even imagine how to turn this stuff around. What's going to happen? We'll just have to see. So, okay. Well, I'll talk to you later. I feel like I changed those light bulbs. I feel like the lighting, again, looks really weird. I don't know. But my eyes have been so bad for the past few days. Oh my gosh. And all I can think of is, for the more I lose my eyesight, the more that I get told in my head to focus on my inner sight. So, yeah, just focus on that. And then I guess as long as I can keep seeing big things so I can drive, even though I'm not supposed to. But if I drive and I'm out in the middle of nowhere, I think it's okay. I want to go on I want to go do the 101, the Pacific Coast Highway. And it's supposed to be really, really beautiful. And I want to do drives like that don't have interchanges. I don't want to do any interchanges. I don't want to go through, because I would love to drive and go down all the way from Washington State to Florida and just go all the way and see everything. But I'm kind of intimidated by the interchanges and stuff like that. That's, when the traffic all, it's really hard for me to do. So, okay, I don't need to talk about that. Okay, have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.